fucking morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Proof of Person. Happy fucking Thursday. Today we have Dutch with us, founder of Roach, as our main guest for episode 42. Thank you for joining the show, Dutch. How are you doing? How's everything?
I'm doing great, man. I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you? It's good to be back.
Man, so good to be back, and now with the laser beams, which look incredible. A month after mint, so much to talk about. So much alpha for season two, DNA, Freud's marketplace, Roach as a utility token, the culture you're building, which is a little bit different post mint versus pre mint. We're gonna talk about everything. It's gonna be an incredible show. So excited for today.
Oh, great to be here. And yeah, I love to start telling the story a little bit better,
Yes.
more in detail. I think, there's so much going on that, I mean, I showed you the list, right? And we all
Yeah.
already agreed we cannot fit that in 1 hour. So
We'll try. Well, at least the most important points. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun stream. And yeah, it feels in the market that we're back in a different way. At least for Roach, it's continuously building regardless of what happens with crypto and the macro level. So yeah, big shout out to the ones that are here early: Ted, Dax, Wilbert, Drix, everyone in the Froach team, the Froach community, the Froach army. Don't forget to like, retweet, comment the stream so we can reach more people. There may or may not be surprises later, up to Dutch. But yeah, it's going to be great. It's going to be so much fun and lots of alpha. Dutch, even though you've been on the show before and everybody knows you in CT, there might be one or two people that don't know you as much yet. Do you mind doing a quick TLDR about you and who you are,
sure.
what you do?
No, absolutely. So where shall I start? Back to 2021, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll keep it short, but in a nutshell, I'm the founder of Filter Technologies and Froach. I've been active in the space since late 2021, and I'm actually coming from Web 2. So I did build a few companies, technology companies in Web 2. Two very successful. Two sold actually two. The last one in 18, I believe. Yeah, so that's already a while ago. So, yeah, I mean, I'm a builder, right? I'm a creative mind. I'm a builder, and obviously the whole NFT space brings everything together for me. So that's why I also decided at one point, to step in again. Um, yeah, if we talk about Filter, late 2021, NFTs pulled me in, and one of the things what I was amazed by is the fact that it was all new for me, right? I mean, I came from Web 2, and everybody took its profile picture so serious, right? It's like especially in that era, it was like your Rolex on your wrist. The more rare, the more important you are, more or less. But I was just amazed by that. But at the same time, I always look from the perspective of a builder also. And what I saw was like PFPs are real, they're here to stay, but you can't do anything with it, and that was just very surprising for me, you know taking in effect that they took it really, really serious, that PFP. So after some I did some collecting. I bought my Bored Ape at the top, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, it made me realize, okay, I want to do something in this space, and I always try to do something different, bring the vertical forward, push it forward with innovation, because that's basically what I really like to do. I'm very passionate about, tech and all of these things. So I made a very conscious decision, like beginning of 2022, to bring PFPs to life, basically. So what I did create with the experience from the past is, build a new company, this time in 3D, a lot with 3D technology. And with Filter, we built a complete infrastructure in Unity to convert 2D PFP projects towards full 3D full-scale AR projects. And I didn't know how difficult it would be, right? You just start, of course, but 3D is like another level. If you want to create something like this, on the level what we did, it took a lot of research sources, a lot of energy. But I mean, I'm a builder. I like these things. So eventually we created Filter. What we did as the first project, we created all the 10,000 Bored Apes. We launched an OG 555 pass to 555 of the biggest ape holders, somewhere around 2022. And yeah, that's a bit my story. I'm in this space. To be honest, I did not expect when I sold my companies to be involved again in a company like this, or I had other plans. I'm building a very nice resort here in Portugal.
Hey, let's
I'm
go.
also doing some other stuff, but I'm so passionate about the technology, the NFTs, but also the artistic point. I love to build communities. I mean, one of the companies I've built had a huge community. So I love, I mean, it has a lot of interesting features for me, to participate. And that's why I'm still here. I mean, the grind is real, I can tell you. I built very heavy technology-based companies, but Web3, you cannot compare it with anything, right? I
Yeah.
mean, it's just one of those things. But I like the challenges, so that's why in my mind, the losing is not an option.
No,
It's never
yeah.
been an option for me. So the only thing what you need to do is just keep grinding and continue and believe, right? You need to believe. But yeah, that's a little
Of
bit
course.
my short version of me entering Web3.
Love it. No, one of the best stories I've heard for sure, and many others as well. And even if you bought the apes at the top, that opened a lot of doors and new relationships. And
Yeah,
we'll talk about it a little bit later as well on the
no,
six-fig deal
absolutely.
with the AR on the Bored Apes. But yeah, an artist, a dreamer, a businessman, part of the glitch, the matrix, the disruptor. So many things that you are, and people appreciate
Yeah,
and
and
follow you for that as
experience.
well.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
what I mean, what the space needs, it needs a lot of things, right? But to get the trust back and all of these things, but it needs people with experience, founders, because it's important that you know how to build companies, how to scale companies, how to manage companies, and that's obviously a thing which is, obviously we have very good founders, but we also have a lot of, not so well built founders, and they're
Yeah.
just here for, cash grabs and all of these things. So I do bring a lot of experience. One of the companies I sold had like 150 employers. So I know how to scale, I know how to build, and I want to bring my experience to the space, and have fun, because I'm having a blast with this with my team. And yeah, so it's
Yeah.
an interesting journey.
No, yeah, and that experience to manage resources, money, people, teams, that it's sometimes, and we saw that in 2021, 2022, like younger people, like 20, 25-year-olds were given millions of dollars and they were like, all right, what do we need to do now? And most of
Yeah,
them,
as a promise, on a promise.
yeah, exactly, on a fake roadmap with funny
Yeah,
art.
it's crazy.
And even I'm sure some of them didn't want to do a cash grab or like not leave, but it's so much pressure, again, they don't
It's
have the
hard, man,
experience.
to build
So
a
yeah,
company.
it's
That's
tough.
the thing. If you raise like 1 million, right? Okay, and then you need to start building a company, and then you start to realize it's not so easy, especially not in
Yeah.
Web3, because it's the hardest thing to navigate, in terms of industries. That's my experience. So
No, I agree.
yeah, it's important, but that luckily what we see now with we have so many quality projects now. I mean, I'm in contact with a lot of founders, and there's a real shift going on. I'm super excited about where we are as the, as the space itself, the NFT space, because I think we had a really big shakeout in the last couple of years, which
Yeah.
was needed. And now, the yeah, the real builders stay, they invest their own money. They are, the grind is real for all of us. But that shift is coming. I do think that it's around the corner, like a very interesting cycle for the NFT space.
No, super excited time now. Yeah, as we said, like only or mainly builders and long-term visionaries are sticking around. No more scammers, no more roguers, cash grabbers. Which so yeah, it's a great
Yeah,
time right now.
and also the holders are much more cautious now. I mean, they
Mature
don't,
as well. Yeah,
you know, I mean, obviously it's always been their money, but if it's all driven by hype and you FOMO in something what's you know doesn't have a lot of value, so people are much more critical, which is good, right? We
yeah.
need that.
Yeah, two connected questions. I mean, you wear so many hats as a founder, and you're so present across the timeline with your team, with the community. What are you focused most right now? Obviously, you just launched the app, which we will talk in a second. And then the second connected question is like, people were telling you should have done a paid mint, but you were like, no, this is free. And this hat, like the green hat, as a symbol of the cult of Roach, right? That you're spreading around for free, literally, so people can join and belong to the community, right? How do you see this green hat? How when you before you started spreading it out? I mean, the pre-mint and now is so hyped across the timeline, like the Froge army is everywhere. And what does it mean to see this hat like all around the place for you?
Yeah, it's fantastic. By the way, do you want me to switch off these lasers? Maybe it's a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I love them, but might be a little bit distracting for
I just
people.
I just need to go here
Sure.
quickly, and
They look so
let's do
good.
something.
Nice. It's that easy for anyone that was wondering.
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
full customization in the app.
Love it.
So, well, first of all, it's great to see the community so active,
Oh,
right?
I just saw Drix, Dutch, please turn off the lights as I'm blind. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
sorry,
sorry
Drix.
for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we were talking about it before and we just got caught up in the conversation.
It's
Thank you,
risky.
thank you.
It's risky, the
Yep,
lasers.
yep.
So your question was why all the green hats, but also you know why free mint and all of these. Yeah.
Yes.
So well, I mean, first of all, like you know, when we decided, I mean, we've been working on this collection for more than 18 months. Okay, so you know the technology, it's a lot of work to do everything in AR. So at some point, you know, you need to make a decision. What are we going to do? Is it a paid mint? Is it a free mint? And you know, at that time when we made that decision, the market was not at you know how it is now, right? So that was one thing, but what's just a fact. But on the other hand, you know, what I think what is important. I mean, now that I did a free mint, you know, I have a little bit of other thoughts about this. But when I was, because you know, it attracts also a certain kind of people and you know bots and all. But that's all under control. You know, all the weak hands, all the bots are out. So, but no, the thing is that you know I built communities before, and I think it's very important to have a very stable base foundation of
Yes.
holders, right? If you want to build something what lasts, you know, you need to have a solid foundation. It's like a house, right? If you build a house with a crappy foundation, you know, it's over in a couple of years. And that's how I treat the project also. And one of the reasons why we also choose to do a free mint is to get, you know, as many people in who are not necessarily the bigger accounts, right? Because this you know the small ones will be big at some point, you know, with the right guidance. And you know there are so many you know strong believers in the space, and they're not the biggest accounts, but they are the most engaged, you know, they love what we do. So
Conviction. Yep.
if you launch something for a high price, you know, you don't get all these people in, right? So that's why we also chose we do it for free. It was risky because it's also challenging to do it like that. But now, I mean, we ended up now, I think we are in a very, very good position, and we have a really strong base. I mean, we only have 800 people in the Discord, and more than half is active, right? So,
Wow. Yeah.
so that's why you see us all over the timeline, because, you know, if you join the community and you really take an effort to understand who we are, what we build, the team, etc., you start believing in what we do. And that's important. And that's the vibe what we have in our community now. And that's why everybody is so active. And these are all your ambassadors. I mean, especially with what we do with the AR app, you see all these GM videos already arriving on the timeline and stuff. So that was one of the most important reasons to for our approach like this. And build it from the ground up, right? I mean, again, we only have 800 people in the Discord. Soon, I don't know when, but it will be thousands and thousands.
Yep.
If we can get them all as active and engaged as this base, layer what we created, then yeah, it will be amazing.
Yeah, no, and that spotlight that you have always, you and the team, and as a community, as a project, have always prioritized on, even pre-mint and with the token and during mint and then after, of spotlighting the creators, the OG community. I saw one, I forgot his name, I have the tweet somewhere, that he's one of the most supportive people around you and an artist. It's a Blue Froach, I can remember the name. I'm sure you remember. But that spotlight and that I see you, that a lot of founders or teams might not be doing, and people appreciate more than
Listen,
anything, really.
if you want to build a solid foundation, yeah, I always say in business, it's all about the details. Yeah, details matter. And if you want to build a solid foundation, the grind is real, especially in the beginning when you launch a project. But for example, I retweet a lot, I engage a lot with people. I send DMs to people privately if they create quality content, right? Just to show them a little bit of respect in terms of, okay, I see you, I know you're engaging. And these are not accounts with like 50,000 followers,
Yep.
like 200 followers, 500 followers. But that's not like the point. I know from experience that, because I built these companies and I have the experience, if you focus more on the small ones at first and create that solid foundation, then the rest will all follow at some point. And that has everything to do again with the foundation. And
Yep.
on top of that, we have a slogan in the company itself, which is "We build different," and that's what we do, right? I mean, we build different in terms of technology, but especially also, how are we going to scale this? We do things a little bit different, but I think it's important to build it also in a way how I did build my Web2 companies, because I know that worked, and it's very much needed because it's very hard to navigate Web3. So you also need something you can hold on to, like, okay, this works for me, and have conviction also to your decisions, right? Because people are constantly in your DMs. I want this. You need to do this. You need to do this. Everybody has IDs.
And titles so demanding, yeah.
And big fishes come along. I can give you this if I, and this and this. No.
Let us build, let us cook.
Let us build. It's our pace. We know what we're doing. Have trust in the process.
Yep. No, but that experience and that background from Web 2 and combining it with Web 3 and getting the best bits of each, I think it has worked really well with Froach. And this was the one that I was talking about.
Yeah.
So good,
No,
man.
he's
Like
great.
it is so simple in a way, but like it means so much for Pashamo and for others to see that recognition, and again that ICU concept that is so valuable.
Yeah, you mean
So
the
powerful.
gift I gave him or not for his birthday?
I don't know what you gave him, but I can see this post only. Wait, did you see? Where do you see about
Well,
the gift?
what I did is, and this I mean, this is not. I mean, I do it because I like to do it, right? It's
Yep.
just you need to have fun with the tools which you have on the table. And he's. I mean, I created this painting. I created this. It's from aluminium, and I'm an artist also, so I recognize good art. And his art, his doodle art, is like amazing. I bought like a one of
Nice.
one piece. He's sending it to my house. But he's a good guy, and he's a big holder. He's very active. He's also a bit older like me. And every morning when we all wake up, first coffee, the Discord is already like buzzing. Everybody's awake. How are you? We're chatting. And then somebody said it's his birthday. And I thought I already had ideas and plans with him at some point to create digital wearables. Like what you see here is an independent digital wearable, basically. And how that works is if you create these in 3D, then in the application with customization, I can take off my wig and I can put on a hat, right? And that's in this case, that's his hat. So I just created this for him, like a mood board in the morning with AI. That's like 3 minutes work. That's how awesome it is at the moment. I did post it on my timeline. I asked him pick one, and I'll create it in 3D.
Nice.
As a digital wearable, and he will get it in his app, on chain. So it's his. And basically, I think what we're going to do, this is maybe a bit of alpha, but I think we're
Share it
going to
all.
make a mini collection of it, like 50 pieces or something on chain. So he
Ooh.
can give it away to his people, and then the royalties go to him. That's the fun, right? You can do so much fun stuff right now, especially with the technology we've built. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of those things, sometimes in the morning something can come my way. I just act quick, we do it. And the only reason why I do it is because we have fun then, and
Yeah.
they
No.
appreciate it, of course. It's nice to do.
I've seen quite a few posts of the Froge community and on the timeline in general that it feels different to 2021, but it's fun again. It's at least not the same type of fun, but it's
Yeah.
exciting. It's good to be part of a group and a community that is all around the place, that is representing the products, obviously the AR, the PFPs, and they're feeling confident about
Absolutely.
it as well. Like I haven't seen that many videos in general on the timeline, and Froge, maybe I didn't follow many of them, but like they're all cooking. Like they're really well-spoken videos. Maybe they just needed that extra push with the PFP and to keep their anonymity.
Yeah.
And that's one of the
I
right.
think timing wise, AR, AI, it's like, could not be better.
Yep.
And by the way, those hats we created, the art
Yeah.
style. Can you go back to that again? Because
Yes.
the nice
To
thing
the
is
Pashamo or
that
to this
yeah,
earlier?
from Pashamo, yeah,
Pashama, yeah.
that the hats are created with his art, right? These are art works he did, like of his digital art, and I integrated that in the hats. So, and this is just, I know what's on the roadmap, right? So this is also something we're going to involve the community much more, also in, doing a lot of creative stuff with digital wearables, all of these things. So it's also for me, just testing the water, trying things, but now with AI, it's so cool.
Yeah, you mentioned the marketplace and the wearable marketplace for the wearables and the Froge being a utility token in the last show. So I wanted to ask you all about that. We can get to it later if you want. Tell us everything about the iOS app going live a few days ago, 5 days ago. Huge for Froge and huge. And again, seeing all these videos is so satisfying from creators, like being able to simply join user NFTs and being that having that identity with the Froge and being able to create, right? So big
Yeah, no,
milestone.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tell
big
us everything.
milestone. Big
Tell us everything.
milestone. I mean, first of all, the app is in development already for a long time, right?
Right.
So,
Yep.
the collection obviously is a new collection, what we did, but the app is already in development for a longer period. No, it's super cool. I mean, we have so many options in the app. Obviously, you can do, your streams, what we're doing now. I mean, we have some. I did when we launched the OG collection for the Bored Apes. We did a lot of meetings as our apes,
Yep.
right? And that was so cool because, I also came on Spaces on his live stream at some point. What was his name? He's a big guy in the space, and he didn't even know what we had. And then he saw me as my ape at the first shot. And if you saw his reaction live on stream, like, what the fuck is this?
What the fuck? I saw the
So
mutant ape as well. I will show it in a little bit. Like the detail is insane. And that was from the apes. That was a couple of years ago, no? Like when you bought yours. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought mine, and then we started developing the tech, and then like 1.5 years later, the whole Bored Ape collection was done, the app was done, and then we launched it. And then you had the bear market, and then we started working on Froge. But yeah, no, the app is live in the App Store. So, I mean, how does it work? So if you own a Froge, one or more, you can download the app from the App Store. It's all free, of course. You need to create an account, login and password, and then you verify ownership in the application of the wallet you have your Froges in. And after verification, the Froges will show up, and then you can use them. But we also have extra features, something which is called customization. So that basically means that you can customize your Froge. So if you have like 20 Froges or 10 or 2, you can customize the traits on different Froges.
You can mix up traits into one, like from the other one that you have, you mean?
Yeah, but not on
Wow.
chain. It's just to
Okay.
use in the
Yeah. Just for
application.
the
So it's
app.
not that you can like how do you call it, burn and create new ones and
Yeah,
that
you
kind of
suddenly
stuff.
get a gold skin and like,
Yeah,
wait, what
I
the
mean
hell?
we have interesting stuff coming up with the DNA rarity bank, but we will touch
Yes,
on that later.
yes, yes, yes,
No, but for now, I mean, what you see in the video here, right, is me doing customization.
yes.
Um, but the interesting part, and we will touch on that a little bit later also, but that's the fact that we can do the digital wearables, right? The one we made for Pashamo.
Fashion.
And that opens up like a lot of possibilities for brands, right? Because brands, what are brands looking for? Volume, you know. Their brand needs to be out there, and preferred like with cool companies. So we already made a few deals, but we're talking with some very interesting partners also to work with us for digital wearable collections, but also for sponsorships of game shows and so. But we can touch on that later. But the cool thing
Yeah.
is that, you know, options are really like available.
Yeah, no, that's great. People can find their own style beyond their Froge. They can customize it. Dax is saying we want to see Blue Tiger rock a Froge AR too. Yeah, we can do it the next one for sure.
Yeah, we can do it. Why
I'll
not?
be happy to. I'll be
Yeah,
happy to.
or you use my mutant.
Hey, yeah, I can use the mutant. What feature are people most shocked about from the app? I mean, it's so simple to join. You download the app, you connect your wallet, and you start using it, and you can customize it. What has been the most talked about, or like the people are most surprised about, besides obviously the obvious that you could see immediately?
In the app itself, you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's just yeah, it's the onboarding, but also, you know, the level of the app itself, right? With the customization tools, you can save your froges. You know, we have a lot of other things which some people already saw in beta testing, adding sounds, you know, layers, filters, you know, normal filters like. So it's I think a lot has to do with that. I mean, another thing what's interesting to mention is that what you see here, right, in the video is AR mode. We have two different. I think at some point I will switch also to non-AR in the video. There are two options. One is AR and one is non-AR. And with AR, obviously, you can do your Zoom meetings. You can walk outside. You know, some community members did walk their dog and give an update on, you know, a lot of things. You know, so that's cool. But we also have something which is called non-AR, and then you can
Yep.
basically switch from AR to non-AR. And non-AR basically is just the floating head, but full facial tracking, but in a game environment. So nothing like real world is shown at that point.
I see.
The interesting part with that is that, well, first of all, you can also create videos like that. But one of the things we are going to do pretty soon, and we're now finalizing, yeah, this is non-AR, right? So you can
Right.
position it bigger, smaller, and
Different glasses. Yeah. Customization.
so one of the things we have available is also like green screen background. So then
Oh, nice.
the background goes to green screen, and that gives us the possibility to do game shows.
Yeah, like the what you had last show with the studio, right? With the like if it was a new news studio, I believe. You had a
Yeah.
whole background.
What we did, yeah. But that was
Yeah.
partly AR, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Because you saw my physical body, and I have a green screen here.
That's true. That's true.
But this is non-AR. So I mean, how it works. I think I sent you a video, right? Maybe you can show that one.
The demo.
Yeah, the demo. Nobody saw that
Too
yet
much alpha.
before.
It's just
it's
with
fun.
us. So
Yeah.
Do you want me to put it with sound or without?
No, I can talk.
Yeah.
talk.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
So this is actually non-AR mode. So so this is me testing it with the devs and with the producer. But what you see here is me basically having my phone in front of me in non-AR. I push a button and then I enter the game show like this.
Yeah.
And because you have green screen, you know, the producer takes out the green screen and you see this. So
That's awesome.
this is something we're working on. The good thing is that, you know, it's live, right? So in this case, it's all me, but then we have one host and then you have 5 participants from the community. doing an event, a gaming event with, we're going to have different partners. This is Soul Pump. We have a casino deal signed. We're going to do blackjack evenings and all of that. And that's like, all connected to having fun, basically, having fun, but also making some money together, right? In terms of the community, because the casino sponsorship deal we signed, we will announce that soon. But what you will see is a similar environment, but it's more like branded in their whole casino environment. Then we have one host, we have 5 community members. You will be wearing branded digital wearables of the casino, right? So you wear a different hat, yeah. And then you have a live dealer who's playing blackjack, and then we're gonna play blackjack, and have some fun. And the good thing here is that the deal that we have with them is that they do fund our account with real money. So every show we're gonna do, they're gonna put $1,000 on it, real money. So the community will play, and if they do well, right, after when the show ends, if they still have some balance on their account, it's for them.
Wait, so how that's huge, but like how, like is it applicable for everyone? Is it at the top of the leaderboard for friends? Like who can join and be eligible?
Yeah, well,
That's
that's a good question. Obviously, everybody maybe wants to get in if it's about
Yeah,
money, of course.
I mean, of course.
But no, we are very selective, and the people, let's call it this, like the people who bring who engage and who really bring value to the community, they obviously are on the top of the list. But you can also earn spots. So we're gonna do events, and you really with content creation. We do some AI content creation, and then we let the community vote, and then the top 5 most or best looking AI pieces, right? They win a spot, for example. You can do so many things.
Man, that's so exciting.
It's more about now building like the foundation. This is really part of the foundation, of course. And we're gonna live stream on X, on Twitch, on YouTube. I mean, you are a streamer, you know how that works.
Yeah, of course.
And then for brands, it will start to be very interesting to be connected to us, to sponsor a show. I mean, we're talking to another very interesting partner now, and it's gonna happen, but I can't name any names. But they are gonna sponsor. They're gonna sponsor a game show, right? And they're gonna push it also, right? Because that's important. So we create them digital wearables, branded like glasses, hats, with their brand on it. The thing is, and that's the cool thing of what we're doing. And that's always what I try to achieve, is that the product starts selling itself at some point, right? And that's what's happening. Every time when I have a meeting with potential partners and I showcase what we did, what the vision is, where the potential growth is, all of these things, and then it almost starts to sell itself, because they all these companies, they want the space to thrive forward, it's that simple. Right. So if you if they recognize, if it resonates with them that we are like quality builders, we have the right intentions, then they want to be a part of it. And that's good for everybody, for the holders, for us,
It's a win-win. No, definitely. And you mentioned partnerships, and I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are excited about the DNA with seeing the Pudgies, the mutants, the Chainsila, and what it will mean for the Froge. Do you want to share more on everything the DNA bank?
Yes, let me see, I had some notes here. So I mean, what we did, again, we built different. Okay. So we designed it. We did a lot of research in the beginning. Okay, how are we going to calculate rarity and all of these things? And we found out that the standard protocol, which is a standard protocol because it's easy for everybody to use, it's just not something what I felt comfortable with, because it doesn't, you cannot weigh a trade. They just count how many are in that category, and you cannot weigh it. And the plans we have with the DNA Rarity Bank, because that's like 3 phases, right? The first phase was the unlock, and then we have 2 other protocols which will be unlocked at some point. And that made it very hard for us to create something which is really unique and which will last really long in terms of keeping people engaged in terms of the rarity and the weight of the project, but also the NFTs and such. So we're going to do some very interesting stuff with the DNA Rarity Bank. We have a second and a third protocol, what's coming up. And yeah, people will be amazed by it. It's a really out of the box ID. We do value what people find important. So for example, if you hold a Froach, you know, the Froach itself will never change in terms of rarity, right? In the whole collection, that stays as it is. But we build like a layer around it. And, you know, one of the things what we are also going to do, and I already dropped some alpha about it, but, you know, not to go too much into detail, but if you look at my banner, for example, on my X profile, you see, you know, everything is built around, you know, the blue pill, red pill, you know, the matrix, the narrative.
Yes.
And basically, we have a pill, you know, as our profile picture on OpenSea, because the vision is, okay, you take that pill and you bring your 2D PFP to life. Yeah. So in the whole narrative of the pill narrative, we also created something which is called the 69 mg DNA pill. Yeah. And that has a lot to do with the DNA Rarity Bank, with the second phase of the protocol when we unlock that. And it will be heavily integrated also in season 2. Yeah. So, and people, I mean, if people are interested, you know, I mean, we just launched our weight structure and our rarity on OpenSea, right? So now you can actually see how rare it is on OpenSea. You can see we have a new main picture, which also shows the 2D, so you can see the clothing. But if you want to go deeper into the DNA Rarity Bank, you just need to go to our HQ, you connect your wallet, and inside you can go to your NFT page and you see all your NFTs, but then you can go deeper into layers. And what I mean by that is that every trade has its own independent rarity label. And that's again connected for later to phase 2 of the DNA Rarity Bank and the protocol we're gonna bring to market.
So excited, man! You've been mentioning season 2 since a month ago when you were here, and Prement and a lot much more lately. Obviously, people are excited, and especially the fronts, the leaderboards, the creating, and everything that is still happening. Even after you just launched your big app 5 days ago, like you guys are not even close to stopping. It's just continuing creating and improving everything. So.
Yeah, no, and you know, you asked me in the beginning what are people most surprised about, and what I do get a lot in my DMs from bigger accounts also, and they say, Dutch, how are you pulling this off? Because they are more surprised by the speed of execution, you know, than anything else. Some of them, because you know, builders know how difficult it is to really, you know, create a roadmap, and you know, and we all know most of the people are used to promises. You know, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that, and yeah, you know, we deliver immediately.
Yeah,
and I think that's a big difference, and that's mainly because we started like 18 months ago already, right? So you know, we did a lot of pre-work to get this far. But
yeah, a lot of the projects wait till they have funds to then start building, and you guys did it the opposite. And you said it a lot as well on tweets of like building in silence, and this is way more than just a PFP. Like PFP
people
is
are
not even the
waking up.
beginning. Yeah,
That's the
finally.
thing. What you see now, if you look at the floor price, you know, it's just the beginning. Honestly, if you knew what I knew, what I know, and what's coming. Now with the sentiment also changing in NFT land, and AI, obviously. Hey, what's happening here? Oh, that's me. Oh, you saw me. Hey, I was doxed. You saw that?
Yeah, but it's okay.
So yeah, no, I mean, timing is good, and to talk about like season 2. So we launched season 2. Sorry, we launched season 1, and season 2 is around the corner.
Yes.
And yeah, it's super exciting. I mean, season 1 was a lot about participation. You know, we had a top 250 leaderboard who all got a Froge NFT, a very rare one, which was really cool. And now we have season 2 around the corner, and season 2 is all about participation and conviction. So what does that mean? So Froge holders have an edge. That's for sure. You know, everybody can participate. You don't need to be a Froge holder, but Froge holders have an edge. So what we're gonna do is, well, we're gonna do more things, but one of the main things we're gonna do is staking.
Staking.
So yeah, so we have HQ, right? It's on Froge.io if you go to HQ, and
One second.
if you enter there, you will see a leaderboard. Yeah, now it's frozen because it's still from season 1, but you see a leaderboard, and we have something which is called Froins. And Froins is basically our reward point system in the ecosystem itself. So it's all about, you know, accumulating Froins for your position.
All right,
on the
listen up.
leaderboard.
Today.
Okay, yeah.
I think Froins is a very common term within the community, but can you explain for the ones that don't know what it means? It's points that you for the leaderboard. You get points for creating. You get points for staking, for rarity on your NFTs, like all of this.
Correct. Yeah. So in season 1, we already had Froins, obviously, and you know, and it's that part is, for example, still active. So we have an invite system in HQ. So if you connect your X account, you get 5 invite code for your friends. If your friends onboard, they will get 5,000 Froins immediately, but you also get 5,000 Froins, right? So you can already make 25,000 Froins by just onboarding your friends, which a lot of people, you know, maybe are not aware. I mean, a lot of people used it in season 2. Or in season 1, but it's still there. So that's one of the things. Another thing, obviously, is content creation, right? So you know, we do special events where people create content. If they tag us on the timeline, we have a team which is manually checking the content and giving Froins away for content creation.
Do people see their Froins right away, or they're after season 2 goes like, okay, nice.
Yeah. No. When season 2 goes live, then the leaderboard opens and everybody starts from scratch again. Eh? So it's not that the points of the first.
Someone has 1,000,000 and you just started and have 5,000.
Yeah. No, I mean, what we are doing already is some mini events with the community. You know, post your GM and you get 500 Froins, and we just make notes of that. And as soon as the season 2 goes live, they start with those points. So that's, I mean, it already started. If I realized mentioning that.
I saw on the post that you did for when the app went live that people will get 2,000 Froins for doing a GM with their Froge, right?
And I already got called back by Cosmic. You know, Cosmic and I.
Every
we
time.
have our back and forth because, you know, I'm just so passionate, and then I
just want to give everything away. Everybody needs a Cosmic on their team, to be honest. Like shout out to Cosmic.
Oh, Cosmic is great, man. I'm working with Cosmic already for I think 3 years. She's awesome. My whole team is great. But so season 2, I mean, it's about participation, which is, you know, inviting your friends, doing the content creation events, showing up in spaces, you know, we'll also give you Froins, all of these things. But what we also have is conviction, right? And we are looking for believers, you know. We don't want, you know, everybody, okay, of course you want to flip your NFTs, but believing in something is very valuable for us. So we have staking. So how does that work? You go into HQ, you connect your wallet. You can, by the way, log in now or with an Ethereum wallet or a Sol wallet. So we made some changes, some upgrades. But if you are in HQ, if you have both these wallets connected and you hold either Froge tokens in the Sol wallet or Froge NFTs in the Ethereum wallet, then your Froins start to accumulate. So it's soft staking, so you don't need to sign a contract or whatever. It just needs to be in your wallet. You know, we want to make it as easy as possible. But what will happen is that
listen up. Today I'm showing you how.
On a daily basis, you will receive your Froins. Yeah, so we have a scraper every day. He checks at a certain moment if your points are there, or if your NFTs are there, or your tokens are there, and then you get points for the tokens and for the NFTs. Points. The thing is that obviously we value people who have, more invested with more rare NFTs.
Yep.
So we have rarity labels, right? We have like legendary, the one of ones, or so the more rare your NFT is, the more base points per day you get, base points you get. So that's one thing to understand. So it's not that all NFTs are even. The more rare ones get more points on a daily basis. And on top of that, we have something which is called a multiplier. So the more NFTs you own, the bigger the multiplier will be on the points you earn per day. Okay, and this is capped, right? It's not like if you have like 200 NFTs that you're definitely in the top of the leaderboard.
Million frames per day.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
capped.
no.
It's capped. Balance is obviously.
Yeah, it's not pay
Yeah,
to win.
No,
Yeah.
no, and I mean we really listen also to the community, because we when we announced these things, right? We already got like, yeah, but I'm small and I'm this and I can't do that, and these
Yeah.
the big whales. I
Anyone
mean,
can win.
you need to find a balance, right? Because you want to reward like your most loyal investors,
Yes.
but it needs to be in balance. So I'm very, sharp on those things, because what I didn't like in the past with InfoFi and all these platforms is that all these big accounts, they got all the money basically.
Yeah, they
And
posted
the
once and
small
then
ones
got
are
1,000
left.
jobs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and again, in the narrative of we build different, I value the small ones just as much as the bigger ones. So you will see that also work out in season 2. And for example, a good example is, so if you hold, Froge tokens, that's also capped, by the way. So it's not if you buy $50,000 of tokens that you get the most points. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's capped to a certain amount of points per
Yep.
tokens per day. But the leaderboard itself, I mean, to make this successful, you really want to give something away of value, right? Apart from all the other stuff, it needs to be fun and all of these things, but people also want to know what they're working for. So what I can tell you is that the leaderboard has a dollar value, right? So it's a big amount. I'm not going to say how much it is, but it's a lot of money.
Approx.
Well, it's a lot.
Billions and billions and billions.
No. I mean, yeah, it's balanced again, but it's
Yeah.
enough for
Okay.
people to get excited for, and I
Yeah.
think that's important. But what we did to make it fair is that this pool of money, right, which is obviously dollar value money. So we split it in 2 parts. Like 50% is for these people who are the biggest investors and the top holders, and who are the most active content creators, right? Because don't forget, creating content like can also give you a lot of points.
Yes.
We
That's
will
why
do
I'm
separate
displaying this.
events. So sometimes you can get, for a special event, you can win 5,000 points, or even get 500 points. Everybody gets 500 points, right? So it's all about the grind.
Yeah.
Do you want to
Creative
participate?
quality.
And that's the participation part. But to make it fair, we said, okay, 50% of the pool goes to the top holders, not the top holders, but the people in the top of the leaderboard. Yeah, but the other 50% will be divided in the form of a raffle system to all the other holders on the leaderboard.
Nice.
So how does that work? If you collect 1,000 points, you get 1 raffle ticket.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw that
So
somewhere.
and the prize pool of that 50%, like the top prize, is still a good amount of money. So you only need one raffle ticket basically to win that prize pool. So, and that's how we try to balance it out with these raffle tickets. So it's all about accumulating points, and for every 1,000 points, you get 1 raffle ticket for all the other prizes. So
Yeah.
the leaderboard has some interesting features. Okay, The 69 mg DNA pill is also part of the leaderboard at some point, right? So people can win these things and obtain these things. And the other thing is that we also came up with something really unique, which is not done yet in the space. It's thinking outside of the box. And what I can say about it is that it's a big prize, like a big ass prize. It's a lottery, right? So you need a raffle ticket to win it. But here's the key: it needs to be unlocked by the community. So it's not a given per se.
As in voting, or how did they do it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Ah, man, come on.
No,
You said
no.
you're going to spill as much alpha as possible today.
No, well, this is alpha, right?
Okay.
No, but the thing is that it's an effort of the community collectively, and
Yep.
if we are successful with that objective, yeah, then that prize unlocks.
Right.
And then it's open for the raffle. Then everybody can win it. But we have a community objective, which is a really nice one. And listen, if we can pull it off, and if we can unlock the prize, that means that we are really on the right track. Yeah.
Love to hear it. But yeah, I love the system that is fair, that everyone can win it, that you guys are valuing and highlighting quality videos, creative videos, like the one that I was just showcasing about the Tiger and Mike Tyson getting knocked out. Like anyone can make it, and then you have these raffle tickets for 10,000 Freunds. So yeah, you're rewarding everyone in their own way, and everyone can make. And there's so much uncertainty on what's next on the timeline and what's the new meta. Like farm Freunds, this is it. Like be with the Froge community and have fun with like 2021. It'll be even a little bit different, but
I mean, I think what's going to happen is that obviously people are going to participate, all of these things, but because content creation, and now we have AI, people want to be entertained, right?
Yes.
People want to do something. And why I mean, that's the beauty of AI right now. You create a prompt with ChatGPT, you upload your reference picture, and you get these killer videos, right? And the secret sauce obviously is that you did it, you invested in that, you are the artist, and as an artist you want to share your work. It's just how it works. And so timing wise, I think we will see a lot of participation of people who did not participate before in these things, right? But they just will enter at some point and having fun, working, maybe be present in a game show, or I mean, we have Oleg, who is our AI video producer, and he's absolutely killing it. He made this video like gold in the meta.
So good.
And these are our holders, Tiger.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. I'm blown away for how the level of quality that holders are producing these videos with. And I wanted to ask you as well, because I saw you mention to Elon and Nikita that you guys are using Grok to create videos as well. And I just wanted to ask you more on detail about that, because maybe some people are not feeling as creative or lacking ideas, and you just get those from Grok or from the community, just inspiration, right? So it's combining tools as well.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's combining tools. It's educating each other. We have a section in the Discord now, which we will be expanding that, but it's like a prompt database. So the community creates cool videos or cool pictures. They post it in a prompt database, and then other people can use it. We do sometimes these quote retweets, art, events where somebody starts something, they post a prompt on X, and then other people start doing it. It's not so difficult. I mean, it's amazingly simple. And the good thing is, if people want to get into AI content creation, I really want to invite them, to join our community, join the Discord, because other people will help you out. Oleg is going to do live sessions, closed sessions in the Discord, where he's going to explain his workflows. He's going to do it like this, as a Froge, his own Froge. He's going to explain the workflows. What do you need to do? What are the best practices? How does he create these videos here, for example, the one you see here? Because it's not so difficult if you know what to do, right? You only need like 2 platforms. You need or ChatGPT or whatever AI you use, Chat AI, and you need like a generation platform, AI, Open Art or something. You just need prompt, reference picture, and you can render it. Yeah.
Easy. So
And
easy.
on top of that, to share, it's something new we are working on. It's almost done. We are creating our own AI generator infrastructure in the application. So in HQ, but also in Discord. So that means that you can go to our Discord and then use a prompt or create your own prompt. The only thing you need to say is, okay, I have approach number 12. Then we pull the reference pictures from our database. So you don't even need to upload it anymore. And then, the results are being rendered in the Discord and you can work like that. And that's all just, to create all the tools necessary for the community to thrive, basically.
Yeah, to create in simpler ways each time. And I'm so glad that they have so much inspiration and so many others creating as well. Maybe some could be shy if they were the only ones, but they're everywhere. Like they're on my nightmares. I saw them yesterday. Like the Froge army is insane, man. So happy to see them all over the timeline.
Yeah, no, me too, man. I'm very, very. I feel very blessed with the core community, and it's working. I mean, as an entrepreneur, what do you want? It starts with an ID, right? And at the end of the day, we are creators. You create stuff. Does it resonate with people? Yes or no? If it's yes, especially what we see now, it's for me, it gives me so much energy to push even harder and come up with more unique ideas, and because that's for me as an entrepreneur where the fun is, right? We all want to make money, of course, but I know from experience, if you focus on the project, I call it customer obsession. It's something I stole from Jeff Bezos, but he always says that customer obsession, then the rest will all follow. It's just, it's one of those things, but it's maybe sometimes hard to cope for maybe the younger people that it actually works like that, because if you have a bag of money here, a big bag, and you can take it, and that's like, I don't know, 100K, and you have 1 million there, but it's just more difficult, but it's there. What's more appealing? That bag, and that's what we saw obviously in the last couple of years. And I understand that. I understand all of that, but now the shift is changing towards more like quality projects.
And the community building, that movement, that cult that you've been preaching for months, from when you started, and seeing it become alive, and all these botters and flippers out of the equation as well after post mean that you were looking for, like that solid foundation is so important as well. And this other thing, like I was seeing like this guy was like working out on the park. Maybe he didn't want to. I'm sure he didn't want to dox if he's doing it now with Froge. But then this series.
Yeah. This is Tycho. He's part of our senior team.
Tag it. Well, nice. Well, I don't know if he's dogs or not, but
no, I don't think he's dogs. But
that it allows people to post about their daily lives or their families, or I don't know if their families, if you can multiple approaches in one frame, but like sharing more about what they do on their day to day. I saw many posts like driving to work or whatever, and just vibing, man. It was so fun, so refreshing to watch, like, people just talking to the camera because they have that Froge confidence and that anonymity.
No, exactly.
Now that,
exactly. And one of my motivations to build the software in the beginning was to bring the profile picture to life. But what I understand later is the whole anonymity part, the anon part. I mean, I'm from Web 2, right? When I do a meeting in Web 2 in Zoom, I just see somebody next to me, in the stream, but I can look in his eyes, I can feel his energy like that, all of these things, which is important. That's completely missing, for the biggest part in Web3. So the anonymity is like a big part of, my motivation to build this, because I respect it, I understand it, but at the same time, it keeps us away from, expressing ourselves from a creative point of view. and this is like an identity layer. Yeah.
Yes.
So bring it to life. Why only flex it on X? Why not having fun with it? Especially what you see now with the video you show, like the AR stuff, but especially the game shows. That's gonna be a game changer.
Man, so excited, and I love. I mean, it's such a fun favorite. But everyone does the tongue. The tongue is a thing for every video. Like you have to. It's just.
Yeah, and another thing, by the way, now you mention it. So that's the cool thing with building in a gaming engine. So if you see my nose here, right?
Yes.
I have a red nose. That nose is not in the art picture. Yeah, available.
That's customizable.
No, look what I do if I stick out my tongue.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the nose
It
disappears. Yeah, got it.
Actually, this is broken still. I'm working with a developer for the nose. But normally, if you stick out your tongue, the nose goes away, and if you do it again, the nose comes back.
Yeah. Huh.
And we did it also with the Bored Apes with the collection, because again, this is part of seeing somebody in front of you in a stream meeting, but feeling him and understanding him and seeing the small gestures. The Bored Apes have a lot of black glasses, like, you can't see the eyes anymore. So what we did with that collection, if you stick out your tongue, then the glasses become like 80% transparent. So you see the eyes again. So if you have a meeting with somebody, you can show your eyes by just sticking out your tongue once, and then the glasses become almost like fully transparent.
Nice. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, it's on the details. I this level of detail on Mutants Apes was scary, man. Like they're disgusting in a good way.
When I posted this, it went so viral. This video in the beginning,
man.
And this is not AI, This is real 3D. This is hand modeled.
It's insane.
Hand rigged. This actually, we have this in the application. Machiavelli has one. I think we made like 15 different versions or so. But I stopped doing that because, it's very difficult to do this in 3D. This is easy, but like a mutant, you see all the slime, for example, and the intersections. So it's very delicate that it not crosses each other and all of these things. So we stopped doing that.
Microscopic detail, like it's just the idea of creating this is ungraspable, I'm sure. For many, but such a huge
You need
success.
to be a bit crazy, I think.
A little bit. I still have so many questions, damn it. But I think I have like a couple, and if you want to share something that you think we might have missed, we can do that, and we can start closing. What the hell is the alpha? I mean, so much alpha. What is the alpha with this 101 with Satoshi that just got bought for 1.69 a couple of days ago, when the previous seller bought it for 1 ETH less than a week ago? Like that, that's huge. Love that story.
And before that, we have one community member. I forgot his name, but I think he already bought 3. And
what? 101s?
Yeah, 101s. Yeah.
Did he also buy the gold one for like 1.4 ETH, or that's a different person?
I think that's a different person. He was pretty early already, and the key here is that you can't find them easily. That's done by design, right? So you can't find them on searching on rarity and all of these things, just to make it a little bit more gamified.
Yeah, I'm just looking at now on OpenSea, and I don't know where the hell that is. But
no, you can't find it.
Oh, thank you so much. But anyways, we have this tweet for now, so share the alpha. Tell us everything.
If you dig deep, you can find it. There was one girl.
I'll do later.
She messaged me like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and she said, "Dutch, I have an offer of 1 ETH on my 1 of 1. Shall I do it?"
Wait. I have the number, so yeah, on the tweet, I can find out now.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm sure there's a gamified way of doing it. I might try to find it later anyways. But this is it. I wanted to see the video. But yeah, sorry, you were saying.
Yeah, that's a cool video.
I mean,
the thing is, you see, we do some solid volume already now, and people are actually, they're buying all the grails. I mean, a lot of the golds are very popular. Obviously, the animated trades like the laser eyes, but also we have like an Ethereum mining rig. We have the To the Moon head, which is all more like animated.
I've seen a bunch of videos of the To the Moon head. Loved it. Loved it.
And we also have a bunch of trades which are interactive and animated, but it's still hidden.
It's still hidden. What is hidden? The trait?
No, the trade is not hidden. The trade is there. But I already gave, you can find it on my timeline like 2 days ago or somebody showed me a trade and I told him, listen, hold on to that one because we have something planned.
Oh.
And again, it's a gaming engine, right?
Yep.
So you can do everything. And we will gradually unlock all of these small Easter eggs, and people actually don't even know what they hold in value.
Yep.
It can go up much more.
I love, and people miss that. I'm sure that gamification that you don't know what could happen tomorrow, or like everything could change. Like even if we after minting on the OpenSea metadata, you were updating that like every day. I mean, I don't know if it was multiple times a day, but like
7 days.
yeah, and then like it changed to
Yeah.
a new video, like with the one with the
Yeah.
eyes and all the approaches
Yeah.
went.
A lot of people didn't like it.
What? Why? Like
No,
because
I mean-
it took longer to reveal, or
Yeah.
oh, man, that's
They're
bullshit.
complaining about the reveal time. Yeah. 7
man,
days.
they don't
I mean,
know.
I can show you my DMs of I don't know who they are, but I mean, again, it's part of the space, right?
Yeah,
I
you
want to do
cannot
something
satisfy everyone.
different. We took a reveal route. A lot of people did appreciate it, obviously, because
I did
it's
too,
not
yeah.
only that part. It's also, do you have the balls to do something different?
Yes.
And it's part of the collective. I mean, does it resonate with you in the bigger picture? And we do a lot of storytelling, right? It was a complete storytelling experience. Every day a new video. Which was unveiling basically towards the reveal itself. But we also have like the lore videos, right? I mean, I think we post one this week. We already posted 2, but what we're doing is storytelling is a really strong part of of what we want to do, and it doesn't stop now. Right, it's not that we launched and it stopped. No, I mean, Froach is the glitch in the matrix, right? That's the narrative, and the narrative is basically it comes from my experience from the space. Not a lot of people know this, but I've been scammed many times, yeah, and I didn't like it. But what I did find out at some point that the Web3 space is a matrix, because what do we have? Especially if you're there a bit longer, you have the people who want to do well. Pure intentions, the builders. You have the collectors on that side, let's say the good people. And on the other side, you have the con artists, liquidity extractors, all the bad stuff, right? But in the beginning, the people who step in, they don't know that part exists because they all think it's fair, but it's not fair. It's far from fair. So, and it was a big one for me to swallow at some point and to accept that this is a part of the space. Do I still want to be part of something like, I've been scammed for many hundred thousands of dollars, a lot.
So many people with bad fate.
Yeah,
Selfish.
and but it and in a weird way, it even motivates me harder to do these kind of things, because for me, personally, it's I want to make money. Let's not be, but I already made my money. I sold the company for a lot of money. So for me, it's more important to show and to lead by example. I love the space. I love the technology. I love the people who are in it. But there's also a lot of garbage. So how can we get the trust back towards, people in the space, but also outside of the space, that it's not all bad, it's all about intention. If you do something in the space, what's your intent behind it? And people need to start to understand that there are founders, like me, but there are many others now. Luckily, I know very some guys who do really, really well, also with very pure intentions. And that's what we need. And that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm pushing it forward. So if I hear these comments, I just say, okay, let's lead by example, execute, do what you promise. And then every time you go a step further in terms of getting that trust back into the space.
Yeah, no, completely agree. There's so many bad actors, way more back then because there was so much money moving hands. But now it's mainly builders. But we still need to be wary of who are the ones that are just here to extract. But yeah,
It
glad
will
that it
always be a
motivated
part
you.
of the space, you know. I
It
mean,
is.
there's no
Yeah.
police, you know. There's no it's not a real legal framework, you know. People are you can exit your money very easily, so it will always be a part of the space. But you know, you can only gain trust back by creating quality companies, projects, innovate, having fun. And
Yeah.
I think that's what's around the corner with the NFT space at the moment. I strongly think that everybody feels it right now. You
Yes.
know, it's
It feels
brewing again.
different. It feels
Yeah,
different.
it's brewing again, and that's a really good thing. So I
Yeah.
really like the fact that we timed it exactly, at this moment, which
Yeah.
was a
No.
big question mark, because when do you time something like this? It's very hard.
Yeah, and the usual waiting for better market conditions, favorite people's excuse. But yeah, you build a solid foundation with the community. You've been a very important role model for the space. You've said it many times that you want to bring the buys back, the 2021 fun, and you're doing a great job at it. So
Thank you
kudos,
very
kudos.
much, brother.
Yeah, last couple of questions, or last question. Well, last couple of questions. Key milestones that people should be looking forward to. I mean, you're very cryptic, even though you say you're sharing alpha is bullshit. But I know the app just went live, so you can say like that is it for now. You don't need to say another one. But yeah.
Well, the game shows is something I'm really
game show.
looking forward to. Absolutely. Obviously, season 2. I mean, season 2, I do think that once we start rolling out all the plans and what people can win, I think it's going to be rocket fuel under the project. That's honestly my take, because I feel it. You know, I feel already what's going on in the community, in the Discord, and people want to be entertained, and that's what we're going to do. So season 2 is a very big milestone. The event we're going to organize around season 2.
Is it more Q2 or more Q3? Because you keep saying it's very soon, and we want the range at least. Yeah, let's start season 2. Is it more Q2 or more Q3?
That doesn't understand.
No, Q2. I mean, I think it's a couple of weeks away.
Alpha, let's go. Does it launch? Is it combined and connected to the DNA bank, or will that be different date?
It's
separate?
integrated, so it's not that. I mean, the DNA Rarity Bank is obviously a feature on itself, right? With its own protocols, which will be unlocked. But what we're gonna do, and a part of that whole protocol, is the 69 mg DNA pills, right? So, and that's a part of season 2. So if you hold these pills, at some point, there's value in that. Let's say, let's mention it like that.
Nice. And the game show as well. Is it all in one wave, or the game show is later with the period that we showed earlier?
No, the game shows we are doing every week. We are testing the game show, and we are improving like the infrastructure a bit, so it's easier for people to onboard in the game show. So it's a lot of testing, and no, but that's not far away anymore. I mean, and it will also be a part of season 2, because in season 2 it's all about accumulating points.
Yeah, new leaderboard. Everyone has a chance.
Just an idea, but I have so many ideas. But something what would work really well is, for example, if you do a game show, right? You have 5 community members playing, or 5 team members, and then before the game show starts, like a couple of days before, we announce the players, and then the community can rally behind the players. So who's going to win? Okay. And then, you pick your winner. And if that person wins, then everybody gets an X amount of points, right? Stuff
Prediction
like
markets that. Within Froge. Ooh. You can bet your points against others.
Well, actually, that's a very good point. So you mentioned this, because the casino partnership, right? The online casino. And this is alpha. If you want alpha, this is it. They will be integrating our Froge token in the casino.
Ooh.
So we have our own liquidity pool. We fund our own liquidity pool, so people can play in the casino with Froge tokens. One of these things which makes it more appealing, and then actually there's utility also for the token.
Yep. Man, So excited. And yeah, you mentioned there's another partnership after the casino as well that is cooking behind the scenes. So new partnerships and new, yeah, so many things. It's
Yeah,
insane.
you need to keep delivering, right?
Yeah,
That's the
no,
thing.
and you have so many ideas. You mentioned as well in the last show, like you just like you cannot work 25 hours a day, right? But like you just ship it as fast as you can, and it's obviously insane. But there's so many ideas on the pipeline as well with the marketplace, the wearables, everything you can and will do with Freund,
Yeah,
like so
yeah,
many, so
yeah.
many things.
But I mean, a lot is digital, obviously.
Yeah,
But we're also going, to extract it to, or is that the right word? Extract it to? No, just to the real world, let's say IRL. So
right.
one of the things, for example, we are working on right now, I think I'm allowed to say it. If not, Cosmic will kill me. It's her thing a little bit,
She
but
said bullish earlier, so I think we're on the safe side.
yeah, yeah. No, but there will be a moment. I mean, we're working on an infrastructure where you can actually order your 3D art NFT on an artwork for in your living
Physical.
room, or yeah, it's physical, but it's on
Whoa.
aluminum. It's really nice. It's lightweight. It looks like it's glass. And the fun part is, again, with this, that you can choose, okay, I just want my PFP there, my 3D version, right? But
Yeah.
now with AI, and this is where the fun is, we can actually in the Discord, you can create with a prompt your own artwork with AI, with your 3D version, yeah, and
Like
then
what you shared
order
with
that
Pashamo.
piece, yeah, yeah, but then order that piece as your artwork. So
Love it.
that's one of the things, what we're gonna do in terms of outside of the digital space, and we have some other things. We are working on, which is, yeah, I mean, I don't, it's so cool. I mean,
You need to stop yourself from giving it all away in one
yeah,
stream.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But what I can say is that at some point it's very easy to buy something physical approach around the corner.
Alpha. Okay. We'll stick with that for now. And more info.
It's all about building the brand, right? It's an IP brand. I mean, I know Luca very well. I had a lot of talks with him. He's much younger than I am, but he is sort of an example for me. How do you build like, a solid brand, an IP brand in Web3, and just, also go outside of Web3, right? And he's doing an amazing job with that. And
Yeah.
I like that. I'm not, I always like to think big, and everything is possible in my world, and I think that's why I am, successful. Let's say if people look at
Delusionally
me, yeah,
optimistic.
but you need to be a believer, right? I
You have
mean,
to.
you need to think big, and everything is possible. I mean, why is Jeff Bezos Jeff Bezos? Why is Elon Musk Elon Musk? Why? They're just a person like you and me, yeah. But the grind is real. They did it. It's the proof that everything is possible. So don't limit yourself by thinking too small, or overcalculate things. Like, just start. Especially now with AI, man, there's so many opportunities.
Yeah, just do it. Think big. Manifest it. You're very big on visualizing and seeing it before it happens. So yeah, that helps a lot. And I was gonna ask you what was your best advice for builders, but you pretty much just said it organically. So that's perfect. That's incredible.
Well, actually, a fun one is if you talk about belief, right? Because we're talking about belief and what's important. I mean, if you talk about conviction, I have a tattoo on my back which says "Dare to Dream,"
Nice.
and I
Nice.
think that's very important. That yeah, people need to dream. I mean, everything is possible, and obviously you need to work hard. You need to be willing to take some really serious risks, but the rewards are there. And I know from my own experience that you only lose when you give up, right? It can be hard, and believe me, it is hard. Building companies, but it gives you so much freedom if you succeed. And now with we are in a period of time with AI where you can basically build, and I think that's going to happen. You will see billion-dollar company valuations of 3 or 4 people. Yeah, and they do it within 1 or 2 years. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
because it will disrupt, in my opinion, more than 50% of all the companies and all the workflows.
Yep.
People have no idea what's going to happen, and we every day we get new releases, updates of cool things, and
You.
so my advice would be, if you're asking me, okay, what would be the advice? AI, man, AI.
Yeah. No. I mean, you got
Start digging in. I mean, AI is your best friend. You can ask him anything.
literally.
So many opportunities, and the big upside is you don't need a lot of money, to build a company now with AI. AI agents is around the corner. I mean, from a creative point of view, talk to your AI, just tell him, I have this and this idea. Do you like it? Give me a project plan, and it writes the whole fucking damn thing. Yeah. So it's not
Yeah.
so easy and not so difficult anymore. But
Yeah.
the key is, you need to come into action. That's the whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, as much as the AI can do for you, I mean, you still need to put in the work and tell the AI what to do. And yeah, I mean, understanding the tech of what Roach is doing will only open new doors into what everything AI is possible with agents, with new
No,
models, with
absolutely.
optimizing
Absolutely.
your workflow,
I
your
mean,
day-to-day, like everything really.
one of the things we're also doing now with AI, I think I touched on that already, but the thing is with 3D, like this head is modeled by hand, right? Everything, the wig, the nose, the eyes, and that's like a lot of work. Now with AI, we already have a prototype working. You just upload a picture, and the 3D asset will be modeled by AI.
Yeah.
And if you talk about scaling up with, filter, with the technology, because I did get a lot of requests in the past, people, can you do my project? But it's just too
Yeah.
expensive for them if you do it all by hand,
No, yeah. And
But
it takes a lot of time as well.
it takes a lot of time. It's expensive. But there will be a moment in time pretty soon where you just upload your 10,000 profile pictures.
5 minutes.
And the 3D filters roll out, and they're immediately connected in our infrastructure. That's where we are going.
Yeah. You mentioned it in that show as well. It got me hyped up. It will happen soon. So, well, one day.
Hey, one thing I want to touch on, because I forgot to tell you that. But,
Yes.
that's about season 2, right? So the staking, like the soft staking. So
Second, yes.
yeah, what we're going to integrate is you can stake your Froge tokens or your Froge NFTs, but you can also stake other projects' NFTs
What?
to get Froids. Yeah. That's cool, right? You want alpha, right?
Wait, but I'm guessing based on popularity, floor price, like if you sub-stake a Pudgy, you get more points than if you stake a not so popular other NFT collection? Or,
No, it's not necessarily that like bigger collection get more Froids.
okay.
No, it's again, it's balanced, it's fair. If you hold NFTs of the partner projects we're gonna work with,
Of the partners, okay.
yeah, and if you hold them in HQ, so in the same wallet, yeah, or maybe we add something that you can connect another wallet if it's there, but it's just to to also get other people of other communities interested in Froge.
Yeah.
If you hold, I mean, a lot of communities, a lot of holders of Froge have obviously a lot of NFTs of other communities, right? So you can, if they are partnering with us on this, then you can also soft stake them and you get your Froids. And on top of that, with a few of them, we're going to do some stuff with digital wearables for them, branded. So, you
Nice.
can you can wear like a Apache hat on your Froge, stuff like that. It's going to be fun.
Froins is the currency of the world eventually. Froins is the
Well,
alpha.
in my world, it is.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, so many ideas and so many creativity on over Froins and everything you guys are building. Man, so excited. Anything else that you think we missed or you wanted to highlight before we start closing? I think we covered majority.
Well,
if not everything.
maybe one thing, but I
Yeah.
need to tease this a little bit, and
Do it.
that's so a lot of people, especially from the beginning, know me from the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I have my Bored Ape still. I did all the 10,000 AR filters. So the only thing what we released is the OG 555 filters, right? In the past. So if you have one, you have access to all the apes you own, basically. Yeah. So we did create all the 10,000 Bored Apes. So, and we're gonna do something for the Bored Ape holders, which is connected with Froge.
True filter, like before or no? Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean it's part of season 2.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so it's again it's with the partner projects we're going to collaborate with, but in this case, they will have access to also another filter. They need to hold the Froge.
Okay,
That's the key.
so it's not for everyone or every.
Well, it's for Bored Ape
holder.
holders.
Bored Ape
So if
holders,
they-
but with a Froge multiplier with Freunds.
Yeah, but the key more here is that we did create all these 10,000 AR filters for the Bored Apes.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's already
And
available.
they were only available for the OG pass holders, but now it's going to be different. So if they hold a Froge, they will have access to their own ape filter, but they need to own it. Obviously, it's IP protected. So they just need to verify that wallet, and then it shows up. This is fucking alpha. I was not allowed to say this.
This is fucking alpha. It is, man. Love to hear. Definitely gonna clip that. I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see. I want to
not
see the
gonna
Froges on
retweet
the. Yeah. All right. We'll keep it sneaky. I'll post it on the proof of person account only. Gamification like the 101 Satoshi. I want to see if the Froges in the other side. I mean, you already have that connection with the Bored Apes, right? And the team.
Yeah.
So why not? It will be insane to see them.
Yeah, they're building it now.
It's happening.
Yeah. Machiavelli, who is part of our team, he took care of that. He's busy with that. So I'm not sure when it's gonna happen. I don't have the exact timeline, but yeah, it's
happening.
all of these collaborations we're open for, and we're gonna explore, obviously.
Man, so much alpha. Holy shit. I want to see a Froge here with Curtis at the end of the day one day after the other side. But man, so much alpha.
Yeah, I mean the Bored Ape collection obviously they're still rocking it, right? I mean they're doing so much stuff now also with the real life events and the meetups and I mean the other side what they're building. I know I mean I'm building in 3D. I'm doing a fraction of what they are doing. Yeah, with the game in 3D. And I know how hard it is. And, a lot of people, I mean, it's out there already partially now.
You appreciate it way more when you know how much work it takes instead of the entitlement and the demanding of holders of like, why floor price not going up or why is this taking so long? Like it's so easy to complain, right? Yeah, exactly. As a founder, you're like, man, you have no idea how long this takes. It takes to do it at that level of quality, right? Like the Froge and the Bored Apes have, like it takes time. That's also why they told you, like, how are you executing this fast with that level of quality,
I think you can't do this what we did with the app and a full AR collection. You can't do this as a promise because you're busy for 1.5 years with it. Nobody's gonna wait. You lose all the momentum. So I think our journey is an interesting one. I think timing wise looks really good. I think it's the exact right moment when we launch this. People are hungry for something new. We lead by example. People see that, it starts to turn some heads already, bigger accounts start DMing me with, good stuff, but positive stuff, they don't even ask, can I have this or that? They just say, Dutch, fucking awesome what you're doing. And that's honestly, I get goosebumps because that's why I do it, right? I mean,
that recognition.
It needs to resonate with people, and then the rest will all follow.
Yeah. Not that you needed it, but it gives you extra boost, extra confidence, and seeing that,
nice,
and seeing that the community all rallying around on the timeline and help supporting each other.
Yeah, no, I can tell you, one of the hardest things I had in the beginning, right? Imagine selling a company for a lot of money in Web 2, yeah, and you are more or less, let's call it a player in that space, right? They know you, your identity, You sell your company. You lose your identity a bit at that point. Then you come in Web3, you think I'm gonna do the exact same, and then you have an experience of gatekeepers of 14, 15, 16 years old who don't allow me to talk with anybody, right? That's just hard, I mean, getting recognition for your work is important as an artist. and that's what we're getting now. And not it's not only me. I mean, I have a honestly, I have an amazing team, which was also very hard to find in the space. But no, I mean, all the people we have, the mods, Cosmic, Chris, Tycho, Oleg, very fortunate. And yeah, everybody's hyped, we all feel it. It's something, there's
Yeah, it's
something
in the air.
brewing.
You can feel it.
Yeah,
Love
and
that.
that's a good feeling. Yeah, absolutely.
No, man, kudos. You guys have worked really hard to get here, and it's just part of the journey. There's so much more ahead. So very excited for the next episodes, and obviously season 2 and everything you guys are cooking. Anything else? I think we covered everything. All good
I
from
need
your
a
side.
cigarette, man.
Yeah, we've been here for an hour and a half. Yeah, just big shout out to everyone that was here in the comments. Obviously, Dax, Cosmic, William Gatto, Double R, Scorpion, Snow Ghost, so many of you, JMO. Appreciate you being here, repping the Froach, PFP. Majority of you, we love to see that, and just being active here on the chat. And so much alpha to process and to be excited about.
And I want to invite everybody. I mean, we only have 800 people in the Discord, right? So join our Discord if you want to be, engaged with the Froach virus. Join us. You don't need to buy a Froach to participate, right? I mean, you will see when you enter it's always busy. Right. I mean, sometimes I wake up at 3 or 4 at night, I have my iPad and then I see messages. So they're always, so people will welcome you. Again, you don't need a Froach, just start participating, start doing content creation, enjoy the ride with us.
Yeah, no, I love it. Raf, you have one of the best PFPs I've seen, and some really good content as well. So shout out to
he's the
Raf,
goat, man. Honestly,
JMO.
he's a great guy, and
so many.
And he's delivering very high quality content there because I asked him because it was I'm so busy building, but the AI content creation now with Seedance, it's a new level, because. The videos we created, how does it work? You have a reference picture, you render a scene, and then you edit all the scenes together. Now with Seedance, you just write one long prompt. You say the video needs to be 1 minute, and you write a prompt in OpenArt with all the, or in ChatGPT with all the scenes, like 1 to 8 seconds, 9 to 10 seconds, this happens. And then it creates the whole video in one go.
It's insane.
It's insane
how much you can do. Let's play
insane.
real quick a Raf video with Froach and a Bored Ape and the Chimpers. This is one of them. I've seen many on the timeline, Raf. I'm sure you have like 1,000 on your on the back end on your computer. But big shout out.
And that's the good thing, man. Content is king. It always has been. Content is king, and we are now entering an era where. We can be involved in a way which was unbelievable before. You can create these pieces. I bet it took him like 15 minutes to do it. And he paid maybe, I don't know, $3-4 for it.
Yeah, no, practice and reps, and you become an expert. And I'm sure he is now with so many great quality.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, shout out, Raf. Much love to you as well. 5 minutes, he says.
Oh yeah, 5 minutes.
Bastard. No, I'm kidding. We love you. But big shout out. The community is incredible. We love seeing them show up all over the timeline and spreading the Froach, the Froach sentiment, the Froach army, everything. Dutch, it's been a pleasure as always. What a stream. Thank you so much for everything. So much for the alpha. Again, shout out to everyone that was here with us.
No, thank you for having me, man. And let's do it again. If we have more to share, we can do it again. Maybe I will invite my team members here also as Froaches.
Yeah, that'll be really fun. I also need a mutant or a Froach AR on my faces, as Dax was saying earlier. So we can definitely do that.
But what's your go-to NFT? Do you have one or not?
I have the Atama. That's my PFP for the last year. I minted that in 2022. The one that you see on the graphic that I shared yesterday, on my Twitter, on my Discord.
Yeah.
I don't know if that can be rendered, but that'll be incredible. I would
Yeah,
love to.
well,
to
yeah.
listen
I
to-
mean, everything is
if not, I'll
possible.
just wear a Froach or a Mutant. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get you a nice Froach. Let's do that.
Yeah. Let's do Froach. Awesome. Yeah, again, thank you so much. It's been incredible. We'll be doing this very soon again. Shout out to everyone that was here, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great Thursday and weekend.
Thank you, buddy.
Bye.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.